Uh, well, there was some parts of my life are dark in the residential, and most of it was not. Uh, I When I was in PA residential school, I didn't understand why we were being moved there, and that's that was one of the hardest uh, things in my life, where I had to learn to accept like the abuse carried on from one residential school to the other. And uh, for me, it was. I thought I was alone in the abuse, like the sexual abuse. I thought I was alone. I didn't say nothing till I got older and learned to talk about it and to share my stories. And that's when I knew I wasn't alone. And I didn't know how to. Uh, I Coming out of the residence after knowing this and that education, everything like that. Going back home now, it was different because I had no mom, and I knew my mom had passed. And I didn't know my dad till 1971. Like, and I was a first, like, I didn't know I still had a dad. Learning to accept that, moving on in my life, and with the experiences of the residential schools, it was a learning experience for me because like I said, I was a passive person and I didn't know how to speak up for myself at times. As I grew older, I became more assertive in my life and I learned many things in the residence. Now today, I am learning my language, my Cree language, and I get to speak up when I can. No, other than that, I I'm still on a healing journey with other things in my life, like my everything in my life.
Um, when when would you say you started healing from residential schools?
I started healing in, I'd say, about 40 years ago. I started with uh, some older friends of mine. We used to have healing circles. That's where it all started. It was over 40 years ago, and I kept going and going. Still to this day, I still go to meetings, talking to people, elders that are teaching me. However, I still have addictions. I smoke and I do drink occasionally, like those are addictions, and I often ask myself, why do I have these addictions when I have everything already? Like I can have everything. I don't need anything else. So all my time goes to my family, and Yeah, that's where I got my teachings from too. Is the people that I healed with, and I'm still healing with them, and they help me to this day. What has helped me was I started talking about my experiences in the residential school in late 90s, and I started talking to other people. You know, we started talking because we were getting older now, and why we we were the way we were, and we learned to share with our secrets from residential school. And then I started on my healing journey after that, when I knew I wasn't alone on what happened to us in the residential schools.
For people who are still hurting, what would you tell them is the best way to heal? Like, what's something that they could do now to help them start their healing journeys as well?
I would say, like, talk to somebody, like um, these counselors or elders. I went to elders. I would suggest an elder. And at times when you don't know what to do, go somewhere alone, out in the open, and just scream and yell and cry and vent out. That's what I practiced doing by myself too. At the river, I would yell and let it all out. And crying really helps. But I always went to an elder on when something was bothering me or that was a part of healing, like crying the tears. And what I do, I smudge to take away the negative, you know. So that helps too. And sobriety is good. Other than that, on my healing journey, that's how I went. I talked to elders and I talked to a lot of people. I even went to AA meetings and other kind of meetings, like just getting to know other people and understanding where they're coming from. And that's when I knew I wasn't alone. And nobody's alone in any kind of situation today. Like, you know, get that help, reach out. I That's how I dealt with mine.